Hey guys, big Kickassreaction here, and today we are continuing on with more of Danganronpa 3. Gonna be interesting. This time around we're doing an episode of Despair first, and then we're gonna be going Despair, Future, Despair, Future. So two sets each, which is gonna be pretty fun. And yeah, we're making pretty decent progress right now, you know. In our last set, we ended off on the big cliffhanger that Monica Toa is now back in school, back in session. But that is for the future half of this video. Here we are in Despair first, which is a nice change of pace. Which last time was the adaptation of the Twilight Syndrome murder case stuff. The most familiar territory we've really had for our Danganronpa 2 cast of characters here, and that whole thing went on. It seems like now Hajime's pretty much on board with taking on the Izuru Kamakura project. Unfortunately, his, confidence really got, fucked last time, you know? The idea that, even just association with ultimates when you are not one yourself is kind of being frowned upon by certain characters, especially, Nezumi, and, she was just, fuck that, and that actually kind of, disheartened Hajime a lot, and he kind of, almost cut off Chiaki, which is crazy to think about that, yeah, don't expect that to last very long, but obviously we're going to see what's going to come of that, because that's a pretty big, thing, considering, how much I suspect that, their bond actually got at this point. Although him being, Izuru before Chiaki dies would be still really crazy, and that would bring in a lot of questions, especially from Chiaki and, where the hell Hajime went. Because as we know, the Izuru Kamakura project is so top secret that the damn person himself can't even be, seen in public at all. Even to the ultimate, so I'm really curious to see what's going to come of that. Now that we're about to reach a third way through the anime as well, I do suspect that Junko's probably going to start popping up soon. Like we said, we have familiar characters popping up now. Monica before, and obviously she's got a big big Junko look on. She's been Junkified, but we still have the main girl herself, who's in the goddamn intro, the one that's got the whole class in her hand, and not to mention her very attractive sister, but not as attractive too as main Junko. But yeah, those two I expect to come in pretty soon, since we do know that class 78 should be in the school at this point, but we haven't really alluded to literally even one of them yet, so I'm curious to see that. But yeah, anyway guys, without further ado, let's just get into episode 4. Alright guys, episode 4 of Danganronpa the Despair arc. Let's do it. A missing dog? We do exams in this school? I love Ibuki's, bone leggings? I don't even know what to call those. There's a very distinct difference to her main design, but, I don't even know what the hell those are. Ooh! Oh, shit. Oh, damn. So that is so crazy, considering you don't even have to, attend this school. It's, actually optional to attend classes. No one's excited about tests. Are you crazy? Was your class excited about tests? Fuck them. That is interesting, though, because that does speak to the insurmountable amount of pressure you're actually under to be in Hope Speak Academy. And especially since Nagito right there, the fact that he considers himself almost talentless, that would really kind of get to him as well, as he's the guy that really doesn't feel like he deserves to even be in the school. So definitely curious to see what's going to come of that, since, we know they're all there. We know they're fine. They'll be fine in a test or two. Unless it's a test of despair. Then they're fucked. She's got the whole school in her hand. And I love just Mooka at the back as her devil wings with her swords. Just spreading her seeds of despair. Oh, love Junko and Ashima so much. So hyped to see her and literally this entire class next year when we get into Danganronpa 2 at 2.2 or whatever. 2 times 2. Can't believe that's a thing, but I'm so hyped for it. And we've got the peakest of peak in terms of gamer waifus. Chiaki Nanami herself. Well. Oh! Do you have the power to just cancel an exam? Well, you are lucky. You could pass without even studying, you're that lucky. Bro, this isn't about you. That is terrifying. Don't just show me his mouth like that. Time to kill the media. Oh no, but he is still bloody threatening in this. You gonna sabotage it? Oh dear. Oh no. The melancholy, surprise, and disappearance of Nagito Komaeda. What do you mean disappearance? Bro, what? What is he doing? Nintendo? Bro, you showed Smash Brothers, don't even try and hide it. Like, your games are on Nintendo console, man. Aw, is she really waiting for him? She really waited for him, huh? Aw. Presumably he's just getting fucked right now. His brain is actually getting lobotomized. It's not Saya. Oh my god! That's fucking Sayaka! What the hell? They actually showed one of them. Alright, I honestly wasn't sure if they'd show anyone outside of Junko and Mukuro, but seeing Sayaka is crazy, even if it's just her coverage. Also, fan service Sayaka, goddamn. I didn't think she was that kind of actor. Oh my god, yeah, it was her. Yeah, of course it was her. Nice to see one of the Future Foundation back then. You can just, she's just taking fucking commissions. She's just taking commissions from people for drugs. What the fuck? So she's got to be part of class like 76 then. What is she charging for this exactly? Okay, these two. Damn. I didn't think all of Future Foundation would be as close in age as like the main characters. This dude is so lucky, a lap pillow and getting fed food. God damn. So this is gonna be whatever got them expelled. Because it's insane how bad do you genuinely have to fuck up to get expelled from Hot Speak Academy? Come on, man, time for some luck. You need that luck. Trust in yourself. What have you done? Oh, and their childhood friends, of course. I believe I have said it, but I really love Seiko's design. It's really cool. I love the face mask and I love the hair that goes with it. She looks like more of a wicked Chiaki with the hairstyle. No, they're literally labeled. How about you just ask? Just fucking ask her. Don't waste your, like, luck with that, especially with how sporadic it is. Just like feeding your friends? Do you like giving everyone lap pillows and feeding your friends? Wait, I thought this was the second. Oh, this was their second year, wasn't it? He's a first year. Oh, because they all knew each other at the start, didn't they? Alright, maybe I'm going crazy, but I mean, okay, maybe I just assumed it was the second year, because, like, they gotta get Junko involved in them somehow in the anime. And, like, the fact we just kind of skipped over their true introductions was... Huh. Alright, maybe I'm just assuming wrong. Maybe they actually aren't. Well, yeah, definitely they're not, but maybe I just assumed that wrong. Bit rude. Nice. Ultimate assassin, right? Well, that's just rude. No respect for your fellow classmen. Can you name the color, please? Yeah. Nagito's luck was catching both bottles, and so his bad luck is getting them wrong. Like I said, don't waste your luck stat on that. With a little planning, you can easily manipulate how your luck reacts to things, and bro just didn't do that. Well, bad things will happen. Yeah, you extras mean literal nothing. Just to keep up. They really would let them make bombs here, honestly. And as we've seen, they did. They did. You again! Oh, what? You both have the same bag, even. Yep, and the bags very comically switched. That was actually so comical how that happened. Don't need the specifics, bro. We do not need specifics. But she loves her praise. She loves getting praise for her work. Ah, she is really cute. And that spark of just getting appraisal for her work is really nice. Oh dear. This is bad, though. So whatever he had in that bag got them expelled. I wonder who the other lucky students in the school currently are. Oh, with media coverage as well. That's oh, I legit feel bad for her. That fucking sucks. Yeah, that would just ruin her rep. So they literally have judges for every kind of talent they excel at. That's really cool. Yeah, it's a bit like, yeah, just a TV competition. I'm eating that. I don't care if it looks like toothpaste, I'm eating it. don't get how this is gonna get these two expelled though. Damn right you will. And they all went to the shitter 5 seconds in. She put a ridiculous amount of laxative in that, right? I wish we got a competition of her and Teru Teru, honestly. "5 seconds of heaven, 30 hours of hell." Why are you not running? Emergency! Get yourself to a bathroom, quick! But Nagito literally said he used it as well. You should have told them the colors, you idiot! One's blue, one's fucking green! It's not hard! We're not colorblind! Oh my... Okay, Nagito has a problem. A big problem with soda. Oh, I bet I know one person that would love that. Oh. That's a problem. Oof. A childhood friendship gone because of Nagito Komaeda! Holy shit! Oh. Oh, I feel so bad for her. She did nothing! She did nothing but try and help! She literally just helped you! Oh, so yeah, you want... Yeah. Like, you always do this on her. It's kind of on you, too. Damn! Oh, you know it's bad when she's taking off the mask. Oh dear, don't drink that. Yeah, well, you're gonna have fun behind the tree later. Is what I would say. Except you might have actually just created... Dude, you've just created Gundam's wet dream. Like, you've unironically just created his wet dream. You picked up the wrong stuff. Yep. You can't not have Gundam in the episode after that. Yeah. He doesn't even know what's going on. Oh my god. They survived that, by the way. Unironically, they're all alive.
もかもうまくいかないと思ってたら、なんだ。何もかもうまくいって。
I have to take some funding from that reserve course now. Oh, the drug wasn't very long. But it's so Nagito to do that. I mean, we played DR2. We know he has a thing for bombs. We know he would legit do it.
そうでない人間って生まれた瞬間から明確に分かれているんです。ダメな人間はどれだけ努力したって価値のある人間にはなれっこない。つまり、才能こそが全てなんです。僕は才能ある人間が光り輝く手伝いをしたいんです。そこから生まれる絶対的な希望をこの目で見たいんですよ。希望と希望がぶつかり合って輝きを放つ瞬間に立ち会いたいだけなんです。
人を傷つける希望なんてないわ。
いいんですよ。僕みたいなクズのために先生が本気にならなくても。
Stop calling yourself trash.
あなたはクズなんかじゃないわ。あなたは大事な生徒。そして私はあなたの先生よ。
She's a homeroom teacher as well, and she cares about them that much.
みんなで卒業するのいいわね。
逸材が3人揃って退学処分とはスカウトとして
Genuinely tragic that she died and never got to see them again after their despair episode.
犯人なしというわけにもいくまい。
まあれだけの事件になっちゃったら仕方ないかもしれないね。で、駒枝君の件だけどさ、
彼は自分でも知らないうちに計画に加担してしまった被害者だった。それが君の主張だったな。
でも彼こそが事件を引き起こした張本人だって証言もあるよ。
Damn right.
彼も退学にすべきだって声も。
4 ultimates would be crazy.
申し訳ございません。すべては私の監督不行き届きです。
もしも彼が首謀者だとしても、
Don't say
部
that.
材を投与したのも爆弾のスイッチを押したのも彼ではない。直接の関与なくして自分の望む結果を引き起こしたのだとすれば、逃すには大きすぎる才能だ。
What the hell? That is the stupidest reason ever. Oh my god, Jin, what are you doing, man?
駒枝凪人は無期限の停学とする。担任教師である木桜は謹慎処分。副担任である君は予備学科に。
Oh, no way! What? Getting lumped in with the scum? Are you kidding me? I mean, you'll give her and Hajime some more time, but like, bro, what the hell? You're actually taking Chisa away. Oh yeah. It is scary indeed. Dude, that is so tragic, but that is so Nagito. The fact that there's this beef. And Nagito's not there.
発表聞いたのね。
先生、何かの間違いだよな。
Everyone loves her. Even Gundam got up. Everyone loves her.
それに駒枝君も停学って。
駒枝君はそうね、ちょっとした問題に巻き込まれちゃって。それって体育館が爆発したやつ？
Yeah.
あのバカが何かやったのか。
Oh yeah. You know Nagito by
駒
now.
枝君はね、クラスのみんなのことを考えてみんなのために頑張ったの。私たちのためだから、駒枝君が戻ってきたら温かく迎えてあげて。でもなんで先生が
I know. Oh my god, even so young. Yeah. Like, bro, Kazuichi, you know you can't help in this case. Because you're damn near upset too that Chisa's going.
ちょっとした研修みたいなものなの。いつまでもってわけじゃないわ。
だが
絶対に戻ってくるね。私はみんなの先生だから。こんな時にクラスを離れてごめんね。
You never get teachers like this over here. You never get any you're genuinely heartbroken at them leaving, even if temporary.
みんなのことを守ってね。学 吸引長。はい、
I
先生。
place my faith in you, Chiaki Nanami. Take care of them while I'm gone. Dude, the fact that the beef between those three students is all because of Nagito, and they don't even know it, is such a Nagito Komaeda thing to do. Unironically, that is too peak for Nagito. What the fuck? Bro literally got 3 ultimates expelled and himself damn near expelled. Oh my god. In some ways it's a bit crazy because like you really thought there would be something deep that happened between those 3 that ended up fucking them up. But in the end it's like, you know, it's just, it's Nagito and it does fit with him. So that is just, that is so, oh that's a shame. Still love these shots though. Hurts a little more now when you think that like Nagito's not actually here yet. Yep. Oh, Nanami. This is a shot where like Hyoko's actually like non-lolly. But hey, Halloween is literally tomorrow, so that's a good shot there. Hell yeah. Alright.
朗報よ。ええ、予備学科に転属になったの。
You planned that?
これで調査を進めやすくなると思
Good
うわ。
news, huh?
朗報という割には元気がないな。
She grew attached.
京介にはかなわないな。
She grew attached to her
ちょ
class.
っとだけ
You
ね。
know, she let emotion
み
get
んな
in.
と別れるのが辛くて。おかしいな。
Bro.
私の目的は学園の調査のはずなのにね。
雪染め。
ごめん。予備学科の調査。
They really
頑張
do
るから。
need to cover like her reaction to they really need to cover her reaction to like the group getting desperified because like bro just look at that, like the bond that she had with the class is just immaculate, you know. The fact that like it did go beyond just the it went beyond the job at some point. It went beyond just the investigation. Like she really did touch the students. I mean, she literally fucking united them as a class. She's literally the reason they're all going to school day after day, as opposed to just working on their talents independently. And it's, you know, it's for her. So yeah, they really do need to show how her reaction was and how she coped with the idea like these students that she all got extremely close to ended up turning into despairs of Junko's. And again, it just makes it kind of sad. Like, the fact, even if they show it here, the fact we won't get to see much of it in the actual, like, current timeline of the future arc is really upsetting, too. So, that is unfortunate. But we do have our explanation now, which is one of the things I was actually excited to learn about in the future arc. They actually covered it like, entirely in the Despair arc, which is just adding points to the Despair arc and taking points away from the future arc, because, like, that was something, like, actually got me kind of interested in the characters in the Future Foundation, was because, like, there was apparently massive beef between three of the members, you know? And learning, like, what the hell could have happened to actually get, you know, Hope Speak to expel some kids, like, that would have been big, and it turns out it was, but honestly, like, no lie, if there wasn't media coverage there, you know damn well they wouldn't have been excluded. You know, they wouldn't even been suspended, for crying out loud. They would have just went through that. I mean, seriously, we have fucking, like, we have Akane and Nekomaru blowing, like, destroying half the class every day in spa practices, so there's no way silly things like this would have actually, you know, got them expelled. Might have got them excluded for a week or two, but nothing beyond that. But yeah, I mean, there is definitely some sus in there. Obviously, you've got Seiko like literally taking commissions from students, creating drugs for them, you know, and just letting them go around doing whatever. That's pretty sussy. That is a little her fault for that, because, like, you know, what the hell? You can make anything as a pharmacist and you're just handing that out to kids for God knows what activities? Like, seriously, you pretty much let fucking Teru have a, like, have a fucking horny potion. Like, that alone speaks volumes way more than a laxative for Komaeda. Seriously. So, I definitely get that. At the same time, you know, I kind of get a lot of sides of it because, yes, from the perspective of the girl. All right, what is her name? Sonosuke. No, that's the boy. Ruruka. You know, like, she does seem like she relies a little too much on Seiko for like activities. That did seem like it was a very familiar conversation. Literally, you know, Seiko even said like, you're always using me for your schemes and your shit, and, you know, taking advantage of her talents and getting credit for them. You know, so I definitely think that even outside of this, there was a bit of animosity built up from there. We saw that from Komaeda just, you know, complimenting her one moment. She actually took a lot of praise and a lot of, you know, happiness from that. So the idea that, like, her friend is getting benefits from her talent and getting praised for it probably would piss her off in a lot of situations. But at the same time, it's like, you know, on one side, it's like she's getting abused a lot and just taken advantage of. On the other side, from, you know, Ruruka, it's like, well, you literally set me up and completely got me expelled. So you definitely get the sides of both of these guys in this situation. But at the end of the day, it is still, like, it's still tragic. I don't get why the guy was expelled, though. Because obviously, you get that, like, you know, Ruruka was the presenter. She claimed that it was her stuff. Obviously, you know, the laxative is like something that only, you know, Seiko would make up, and they both hit the bomb together. Like, she brought a fucking bomb to the school. Like, that's incredible. Oh, not incredible. That's crazy. But I don't get why the guy was expelled. That's the one thing I don't really get there. I don't get how they actually pinned any of that on Sonosuke. But yeah, that is what that is. But either way, you know, it was all just shit for like, I don't know why I keep calling him Komaeda here. Why it was for Nagito, because like, that's just Nagito, you know? Like, he doesn't properly try and manipulate his talent in any way, shape, or form. And it felt like this could have easily just been, you know, solved. Just say which color is which, and it would have been fine. Label them as a fucking laxative, woman. Like, that is crazy. But either way, that does make things like, having the backstory now adds more hype to like the future stuff, because they are literally about to tear each other to pieces. All these years later, and this conflict with these guys have not been settled whatsoever. But it is really interesting to think that they actually, with this much beef, they were able to actually cooperate and form Future Foundation to begin with, and actively take part in it without any hostility, which is really interesting. You know, I kind of wish we got parts of them forming the Future Foundation now. Like, if you're going to develop the Future Foundation members in the Despair arc in the past, I kind of want to see, you know, how they actually came together again to form this group, because that's pretty crazy, you know. Because, yeah, the time, like, the age gap between a lot of these guys is next to nothing, which is incredible. But yeah, like I said, that was pretty fun, but it was a lot of just Nagito scheming, which was pretty funny. Hajime is just gone, apparently. I'm assuming at this point in this episode, and, like, you know, future on, the time-wise, it's just, like, Izuru Kamakura is being produced. Not, like, Hajime is straight up just gone at this point, so Chiaki probably just thinks that he's gone. You know, he dropped out of, school or whatever. And, you know, I'm really curious to see what's going to come of that. If he really has become Izuru before, like, Chiaki dies, I'm really curious if she can pin that together. If she actually can figure out that he's Izuru. Because, like I said, from the knowledge of Danganronpa 0, like, Izuru Kamakura is just someone that the Academy never even let out. Like, they pretty much held him captive constantly. And, like, you know, the guy was literally a rumor in the school. Like, no one, even the Ultimates don't even know if he's real or not. So, I mean, I'm really curious to see that. But at this point, it seems like, on top of that, Junko's not even at the school yet. My assumption was that they were in their second year of Hope's Peak, but apparently they're not even in the second year yet, so that's pretty crazy. None of our, like, 78 class is actually here. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for Junko and her scheming to start. I'm assuming, like, at this point, I assume it's gonna be, you know, halfway through the course, so episode 6 or 7 will start that. But it's gonna be really cool. And we got an appearance, a cameo of Sayaka Mizono in form of, like, FAP comic, because you know that's what people are going to use that for. So yeah, that's pretty funny. We finally got an appearance of Sayaka again, which is crazy. One of our very first deceased, actually, and you know, it gives me a little hope we'll see more, but you never know. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's really fun. I'm gonna do my cut, and we'll go into episode, I think it's 5 of Future. Are we at 5 or 6 yet? Episode 5 of Future Arc, so I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright guys, now we're in the Future Arc again, and now we have begun to see some inklings of a villain side of this arc. Monica Toa has returned to us after decent length without her, you know, obviously. It's not been that long, but she's been Junkified at this point, you know, infiltrating the Future Foundation, the exact thing that Kyosuke was scared of happening. And while this is really fun to see, it is a little unfortunate at the same time, because that pretty much means we don't see anything of the Ultimate Therapist, who was, as we know, one of the characters that actually ended up being the Neo World program developers. I think it would have been cool if it just said that, like, she was related to Monica, so she was helping her from that she was always a mole of some kind. But either way, you know, as tragic as that is, and the fact that, like, you know, Monami's literally, like, working for Monica is crazy. I'm still hyped to see Monica. And to be fair, you know, who's to say we don't actually develop her a little bit, or just show her off in the Despair arc? The fact that they're actually taking time now to show off the Future Foundation in Hope Speak in the Despair arc, very interesting. Opens up a lot more for, like, the Future Foundation characters to evolve, even though they really should be doing that in this arc, you know, kind of taking away the screen time from the actual characters we're excited to see in that one. But either way, you know, Monica's back, that's what's important, and I'm very curious to see what we actually do with this. So either way, guys, let's continue. Or not. What the hell? What? Is this whole arc just on these guys? We get more of Seiko here. Seiko. That's crazy. Except we've gone way further back here. They couldn't swallow it. How they met. She couldn't save the other one though. That's very bittersweet. Yeah. Ruruka. Alright. Really surprised though, we're splitting this up between Despair and Future, which is kind of crazy. Oh no. Just collects anything and everything she can find. Oh, did their dynamic ever change? Was it any different before? And she never once ate any sweets? That's a shame. Huh. I wonder what medicine you're taking. Nice. Aww. Poor girl was just desperate for a friend in life. Even worse how they actually ended up. Yeah. So, I do like they're at least showing that Ruruka, despite fitting the archetype of, like, the best friend who's always there and selfless, she actually is not entirely that what her personality shows. For Loki, I love her, like, Sonic the Werehog appearance right now. This is fucking sick. Oh. Damn. It's also just crazy to think, like, a girl like her who's now just been monsterfied. Like, her deepest inner demons and rage is coming out. Oh dear. Oh, she's gonna end up killing herself with this. Definitely a peak, like, monster design, though. For love and for delicious sweets, you fucking loony. Couldn't sound any more like a dork if you tried. Still, though, it's nice to get a situation where, like, two ultimates are free to rip each other to fucking shreds without fear of Monokuma killing them. And we're pretty much guaranteed at least one death per episode. But we saw last time the count for the next sedative coming up is very soon. So someone is gonna die soon regardless, but I'm excited to see it. That is tragic though, and generally, considering these are all like new characters basically, I don't even have a prediction for who's more likely to die. It literally could be anyone. But to be honest, I'd much rather have Seiko live because she's actually kind of interesting and more tragic than this guy who's just, you know, who's just whatever. And because her talent's way better. Yep. A large number of these guys are already gone, actually. I don't know why Hero's in that part of the intro. That guy's not going to be anything in this, is he? Poor old Hero, once again, is doing nothing. Okay, it's weird why the count is still 13. Because, like, you know, Tengen went last time. Are they just messing up the count now? Dream of Distant Days. Oh, I guess he's not technically dead. Okay. A little bit. God damn. He really did used to be stronger. What happened to the child? It will exterminate despair, not eliminate it. Ooh. Oh, you just triggered him. Yeah, you're an extremist in that regard. You're killing it out of fear, man. That's not the way to actually change people. So, since she is a robot, I'm really curious what would happen if she did break her rule, because there's nothing to really kill her with. Yeah. You know her good enough now. Yeah. Bit weird. Alright, two of the most physically strong characters in the story. And then a much more crazy fight's happening. Love the hair, holy crap. They might have even used her drugs to make her Izuru Kamakura a little bit. Maybe give him one to grow his hair out a bit. Nice. Don't get distracted though.
リップクリームって作れるのかな？作れるよ。
She could make anything. Literally anything.
ねえ、ちょっとルルカ風邪気味みたい。いいお薬ないの？頭痛くない？熱とか咳は？今すぐ風邪薬作るね。
I mean, that's not really taking advantage of her. It's just asking, do you have anything for me?
なんとかしてよ。ルルカたちは友達でしょ？
Yeah. She definitely just started taking advantage. Like I said, I appreciate she's not just a typical, like, you know, ditzy, always there for you type of character that's selfless. She does have a... she is a bit of a manipulator. Not even a thank you.
初めは何でもするって言うから頼んだだけだった。でもだんだんそれが変わっていった。聖子ちゃんがいつまで経ってもルルカの
She literally couldn't! She had a medical reason!
お菓子作りしか取り柄がないのに、その取り柄を聖子ちゃんは認めてくれない。
She literally has a medical reason she can't have sugar, you idiot!
もう逃がさない。
いや、許して。
ルルカ。
そういうこと。
わかった。
Doesn't seem there's any save in this though, honestly.
あんたにとどめを刺せる武器を取りに行ったの。いくら NG 行動が分かったからって近くに寄るのは危ないもんね。
Oh, what is it?
じゃあ今す
Can she
ぐ
not
答
break
え
through
合
a
わせして
window?
あげようか。これで確定。あんたの NG 行動は影を踏まれるだ。
Why not? Why not? Like, what the fuck? I'm surprised she couldn't, like, well, I know she doesn't have the tools, but she probably could make a drug to just counteract the poison.
希望が生まれると思っているだろう。しかしそれは間違いだ。
That's foolish.
だからわしらはそのためのプロジェクトを開始した。
カムクラプロジェクトのことか。
なあ、そんなものもあったな。あれを無駄にはさせんぞ。
なるほど。今ので確信した。あなたが襲撃者。
Oh,
つまり
interesting.
絶望の残党だ。
I mean, he's already dead, so you need not take any more actions, but fair enough. If that's really your theory.
そろそろ入れてくれ。外は危険だべ。中に入らねえと死んじまう。
You're a lot safer out here. What is that?
鍛冶師としては名折れだが。
そう、ナギッチは俺がこうして走り回ってるなんて思ってもいねえんだろうな。
Is this like all your favorite and like most lethal weapons you've ever made? The stuff you had when you were out on the battlefield? A secret door.
あんたの NG 行動が影を踏まれるって考えると全部辻褄が合うんだ。この部屋のライトを見て動揺したのも、ヨイちゃんになかなか近づかなかったのも、こうしてルルカの話をおとなしく聞いてるのも全部。
She's so cocky now.
ねえ、見逃してほしい？ルルカの言うこと聞いてくれたら許してあげてもいいけど。
This girl is insane. Fuck you, Ruruka.
食べて。今まで食べなかったお菓子を食べてくれるなら助けてあげる。
食べると死ぬのに。
Interesting.
何度言ったら
It's that bad?
またそれ。もういい。じゃあ別のことでいいよ。そうだ。副会長
Even being diabetic, I don't think a single sweet would kill you. Well, I guess it depends on how much she's pumped in that thing. Wait, sorry. Again?
副会長の宗像京介。あいつを殺すって言ったら助けてあげる。どう？
Just saying it?
ルルカたちは絶望の残党とは関係ないからね。あいつが死ねばこの騒ぎも終わるんじゃないかと思っただけ。今や未来機関を牛耳ってるのはあの副
My
会長
god, this place is more corrupt than Hope's Peak. What the fuck?
けるわけない。宗像さんは希望が峰学園を退学になって。
Damn, he became your hope, your new friend. They like let her in like their secret group of investigators. Not spies, but... Oh yeah. A single sweet will kill you, but an overdose like that is fine. Not so confident now, are we, bitch? Yeah. What happened? You were so confident.
聖子ちゃんはヒーローだった。ルルカにできないことができて何でもしてくれた。ルルカは聖子ちゃんのことを信頼してた。
私は
That's called taking advantage of her.
だから友達だと言ってくれたルルカが何より大切で。
God damn it, it could have been a hot threesome.
信頼されてるから裏切りたくない。
信頼されてるから役に立ちたい。
God damn.
信頼してるからお願いをしてきた。
信頼してるから願いも叶えてきた。
Yep.
ルルカは聖子ちゃんを信頼してたから
God damn.
あんなに物を頼んでた。
信頼とか言ってルルカは私を
I guess there is a lot amount of trust in popping whatever your friend gives you in your mouth. Especially when it's drugs, but even still.
いつからこうなってしまったんだろう。
You two were very bad at communicating. This is nice though. Seeing how confident she was a minute ago, how cocky, and seeing that will dissipate now. Oh yeah, a monster far worse than our boxer boy came up. Your beef is not with them. What the hell? Hello, Monica Toa. Of course it's a joystick. So for now at least, she actually is specifically keeping them alive. I don't know what to make of that, honestly. The fact that, like, our ally is unironically Monica Toa. Oh, that's why she wants to be entertained? Also, it's not just me, right? Like, I don't know. I know it's weird to say this, because, like, even in anime film, it's kind of hard to pick up. Not just me, it feels like they kind of aged Monica up a bit, right? Like, I don't know. I swear she was, like, 6, 8 in the last game, and she looks about 12 to 13 here, I can't lie. I feel like maybe it's just the anime art style contrasting with everything. But even Ultra Despair Girls had an anime art style for Monica, but I don't know, she just looks quite a bit older here. It might just be the Junkification thing.
まさかこれが超高校級の幸運だなんて。
It's some kind of talent. Ultimate luck and ultimate hope is pretty peak.
ええ、いろいろと。
なるほどね。で、これからどうするんだい？
ごじさんの死体を調べに行くわ。それで襲撃者の手口がわかると思う。
Fair enough.
ほんと真面目なとこはそっくりだな。
Yeah, you never... Well, that's kind of weird. Did you never... Well, no, he wouldn't have needed to scout Kyoko because, like, you know, Jin could already speak to her talents, but still. He should, in theory, know the most about a lot of our cast members if he's a scouter. Or at least for the 78 class.
あなたほどの人間がなぜ絶望の残党に寝返った？
質問には答えんとな。あいにくわしは絶望の残党ではない。
I can't believe you're still alive.
論理的な推理だが、君にしては単純すぎるぞ。
そこまで言うならあなたは知っているのか？襲撃者の正体を。
それは質問か？
Well...
質問ならば答えんとな。
So you do know. And you were being very coy. How long is that person's name? That was a lot. That was a lot of movements. And it shook him to the core.
それが
Interesting.
真実だと。
Something that shook Kyosuke.
そうだ。
Huh. Oh. Oh, a lie detector. Very good. You could also just refuse to answer.
どうした？その程度で俺が揺らぐと思ったか？
のこと。
Oh, holy shit! God damn! Holy fuck!
あなたは分かってない。俺のことも、俺の計画のことも。
Well, it's over now, and they know they're being broadcasted, by the way. So that's fucked. 1 minute. Just, wow, we're still going. Just 1 minute left until the next attack. Cure.
私はどこで間違えてしまったんだろう。あの時もあの時も私は何もできなかった。誰も助けられなかった。
It was a very broad term though, just calling it a cure.
みんなを助けたかっただけなのに。
Aww. What you can do now is just wait and see if you'll even wake up in a minute.
友達になりたかっただけなのに。
Don't you dare. Yeah, don't you dare eat that.
聖子、木村聖子。じゃあ聖子ちゃんって呼ぶね。はい、ルルカのお手製だよ。
She still has that sweet. That's beyond expired by this point, but goddamn, I guess some sweets last decades. You still shouldn't eat that. Come on, I actually like you, Seiko. Don't. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Oh. Fuck's sake. Really? Really? Of course, right? They had to kill the one that they were building up that I unironically was really liking and kind of getting attached to here. But that is another girl that just died in absolute despair without resolving any of the miscommunication with Ruruka. Also, there's no Makoto here. There you go. That is tragic. Unironically, that is very tragic because, like, yeah, really would hope that, like, we wouldn't get to that point. Or at least I wouldn't have cared nearly as much if it was Ruruka or Sonusuke who died, but had to be the one they were building up, right? Had to be one with like the actual good design between those three, because like Ruruka and fucking Sonosuke, their designs are generic as hell. But Seiko actually had a really good one. I mean, I love just the monster drug, whatever you want to call it. That hope is wiltering, and we are drowning in despair. All right, what's up now? Is that just a sword? Oh. Interesting. That's pretty good. That does signify a big change for Kyosuke, because his other eye was always the one that we saw, and his hair covered his right eye, or his left eye, but now we've got his left eye out, and it's completely charred and black, so this definitely is going to signify a lot more of extreme measures are going to come out from this guy, obviously. And we are including the next episode in this set, so we will be seeing what the halfway point of the future arc is going to be. But obviously we have a Despair episode to go before that. But yeah, so finally we're actually getting some decent development and backstory for the Future Foundation cast. And in typical Danganronpa perfection, it's like my favorite one they actually built up ended up fucking dying, you know. And unlike Chisa, where you just get the development after she's gone, they actually spent very good time just developing Seiko and having her like just be the one to die because of like the miscommunication, and obviously being a girl who had extremely antisocial issues, who made very little friends in their life, that it just, you know, it's something that never got resolved. It's a tragedy, you know. The issue of their friendship really is just something that was unironically never found out. It was never found out that Komaeda indirectly ruined them in every sense of the word, and the fact that, like, you know, their communication just never went anywhere, unfortunately, you know. But obviously it's a pretty hard situation because, like, yeah, Ruruka is definitely not just like, you know, the happy-go-lucky kind of girl. She does seem to hold a lot of grudge, a lot of resentment for Seiko for not having, you know, her sweets, literally with the knowledge that, like, she medically cannot have them. Like, what the fuck? Like, that was almost sadistic, the way she was just giving ultimatums to Seiko there of, like, you know, either eat my sweets and I'll forgive you, I'll let you live, and no Nate would kill her, just making her commit to, like, killing, like, Kyosuke. Like, what the hell? The Future Foundation, despite being on the surface level of cooperation, it's not very unified. It seems like it, you know, outside of, like, Monokuma and, like, Monica doing their own thing, it seems like they're just gonna they were gonna kill each other at some point anyway, you know? Kyosuke being such an extremist in his methods of actually eradicating despair, and just, like, you know, of how many people it seems like actually were not on board with that. Like, yeah, the Future Foundation were going to collapse at some point anyway, on top of the fact that, like, you know, Makoto and, like, Kyoko all being, like, part of the group, being part of, like, the, you know, the leaders of the different branches being accused as traitors at this point. Like, Future Foundation didn't seem like it had much hope to begin with, you know? And now we've even lost Tengen as well, so 2 characters in this episode actually died to kind of make up for the fact that, like, Tengen didn't quite die in the last episode. But obviously it's still a big tragedy to see that right there as well. Ironically though, like, yeah, if Monica's actually still piloting Maya, then she's not Monokuma. It actually ironically does not seem like Monica's she's not the Monokuma pilot this time around, and she is not the traitor either, so I don't have a clue. Like, genuinely, there's just no idea. Tengen seemed like he did have an idea of who actually the traitor was. Had some information that actually genuinely, like, surprised and shocked Kyosuke here. So I'm really curious just what actually happened in that regard, because, like, yeah, something he didn't put together, but some critical information that, like, doesn't seem like it's going to affect how Kyosuke does this, but at the same time could alter his plan of action here. Because if he is aware of who's actually the killer, then obviously he can manipulate the situation, and he can manipulate, in a way he could manipulate who actually dies, you know? Keep in mind this is all being, like, broadcasted as well to the outside world, so whatever Tengen said there is now common knowledge to everyone outside as well. And we're going to end up seeing this. But yeah, this is really cool. Like I said, I am really interested in Kyosuke as a character. Obviously, I'm liking its extremist nature of eradicating the problem of despair as opposed to bringing out genuine hope, which is just, you know, try and like, you know, bring the light back into people that Junko converted. Obviously, it's a different case of what Kyosuke and Makoto consider to be, like, you know, hopeful, what they consider to be right to do. You know, obviously, Makoto is a lot more purist. He's a lot more, like, of a pure method of getting rid of despair, and a lot more of just finding redemption for those that were corrupted by Junko. Whereas Kyosuke, you know, just get rid of the problem. Fuck it, you know, just hurry up and exterminate the problem before it actually gets even worse. And, you know, obviously, as a viewer, we're on the side of Makoto, but I'd be very curious to see how many people would be on the side of, like, Kyosuke in this debate. And obviously, we have to take into account, like, he's definitely taking things to a more extreme than he probably would anyway, because Chisa died, and because he's trying to avenge Chisa. He still is on, like, that bloodthirsty nature right now, because his friend, possibly more than friend, you know, on top of Juzo, are, like, in extreme mode right now, because the first person to die was their friend, you know, so we'll see what comes of that, if there is any way of actually snapping him out of this, but I don't know. We definitely are in, like, still the bad end of this point, but at this point, we are developing more of the Future Foundation anyway, so I am liking what we're getting in Future more at this point, because we barely got any of the stuff of Makoto, Kyoko, or AoE in this episode as well. And to be honest, you know, in some regards, this could be considered a bit of a weird pacing, because, like, you know, all we're really doing at this point for Makoto and Hina is just kind of running away from Juzo, and, you know, that we're really dragging that out, because, like, that's all we can really get right now with Juzo. He's doing nothing except, you know, attacking the group that we're familiar with, but no real progress of that is even really being made, so we're just getting brief scenes here and there, and it does feel like they're kind of slugging that storyline a little bit here. So I'm really curious how long it's going to take for us to actually get rid of Juzo, whether it be a murder, whether it be indirectly getting him to, like, trigger his forbidden action, or just, you know, actually beating him into combat and, you know, restraining him. But I hope that does get solved pretty soon, because, like, yeah, we're leaving not a lot of room for everyone to actually do anything right now. But I'm curious to see where we are going to go with it. But yeah, anyway, guys, that was still really cool. Like I said, the fact that we did focus so much on the Future Foundation members actually develop their relationship a bit more. Another one that ends in tragedy, because this is Danganronpa. We can't have like someone die in peace or anything, you know. The fact that obviously, you know, Seiko would have much preferred to die eating one of her friends' candies as opposed to just being murdered is tragic, you know, but it's Danganronpa at the end of the day, so you gotta expect a little bit of despair for the viewers in this as well. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm doing my cut, and when I do come back, we'll do episode 5, I believe, of see, it's messing me up that we're not even across the board for the different arcs, but yeah, episode 5 of Despair, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, guys, episode 5 of the Despair arc. Let's do it. Oh, and we're going into, like, our, we're going into our animator guy. That just straight up looks like an actual, like, footage of an actual anime. Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that is just something That's just a clip of an actual, like, show or movie or whatever. And that's where the inspiration for anime comes from. Well, animation. Oh my god, that's a lot of Blu-rays. Okay. And here we go. So I guess, yeah, we're really starting to just develop, I guess, the Future Foundation cast here, because he is also a, he's also, the animator guy is also a Future Foundation member. What are the other characters, I guess, from Hope Speak that actually survived the tragedy, which is wild? Yeah, that's so crazy. Like, the imposter is being him right now. I gotta imagine by that point they knew that he was the ultimate imposter, because, like, originally when he first became the imposter, he was being Byakuya. And then he just becomes this guy, and, like, no one even batted an eye. So they had to know by that point it was the imposter. Still weird, though. Poor Chisa, I love her. But not as much as I love you. This really does just seep in despair every time. Curious if we'll get any update on, obviously, Hajime at this point. Welcome to hell. Okay. Wait, what? 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 Wait, what? We're just skipping half a year? Really? Seriously? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What? We are literally just skipping half a year time-wise. That is ridiculous. And she just despised it. Did you hate the kids that much? Oh man. I guess she did.
お前もそろそろ本家に戻れるんじゃねえか。
坂倉くんにも心配かけたわね。
気にすんな。で、予備学科での調査はどうなんだ。
それなんだけど。
Bad.
ねえ、希望ヶ峰学園の評議員の ID って手に入れられないかな。
評議員って希望ヶ峰学園を運営する実質的な支配者だ。
The rulers is crazy.
バレたら首どころか下手すりゃ
murdered.
カムクラプロジェクトって聞いたことあ
You
る。
get your own brain lobotomized.
カムクラプロジェクト。
学園長と評議会が極秘に進めてる計画らしいんだけど。
So we've already put a lot of that together now.
大半が実はこのプロジェクトに流れてるらしいの。しかもカムクラって希望ヶ峰学園創立者カムクライズルのことだよ。
A big mystery that got us in Danganronpa 2 was what the hell's that about?
たことじゃないよね。でもこれより上のことを知るには評議員の ID がどうしても必要なの。
Alright then.
宗方のためとなるとお前はマジだな。
坂倉くんもでしょ。
Wow. Yeah, you both want his dick bad.
そうだ、日向くんって覚えてる？
誰だ？
坂倉くんが半年前取り押さえた子、予備学科の。
ああ、あのガキがお前の調査と関係あるのか？
私がカムクラプロジェクトの噂を耳にした頃、
His profile kept coming up.
学校を辞めちゃったの。
Expelled. Interesting.
本当にあのクラスに戻ってもいいんですか？
いつまでも君の才能を予備学科で遊ばせておくことはできない。今日からは君が正式な担任だ。
Nice. Finally.
ありがとうございます。
The class loved her and those feelings were reciprocated. This guy's such a nothing character. Like the design, but bro is doing nothing ever.
今後は生徒が問題を起こさないようにね。
駒枝くんとはまだ連絡つかないんですか？
音信不通。彼のことだから、福引きで世界一周旅行でも当てたんじゃない？
Is he gone?
そうですか。
Is he in contact with Junko in this half year? I would hope not, but you never know.
ありがとうございます。
Aww.
ま、気長に待っていてくれ。
Yeah, she'll go out and drag him back if she has to.
すぐに戻ってくるので、少しだけみんなのところに。
いいよ、行ってきな。はい。いいね。青春教師。
Oh yeah.
入学式の準備もある。忙しくなるぞ。
今期は豊作でクラスも多かったけど、来期は玉が少ないんだよね。
それはスカウトの責任だろう。
There are two in particular there I love to see! Oh my god, Celeste and Kyoko were just hanging out right there. Kirigiri, yeah, there's another girl right next to her you should probably take into account as well, you know? Peak de la peak, all of them. I love how Junko wasn't even near the top of the pile. But now we're really integrating the other class into this, and we'll see how Junko how they all meet Junko for one, and how she starts to seep the seeds into them. Wow. Oh wow, you are like so hard for him. Well, I should say. Oh, oh my god, that's so sweet! Yes! Holy crap. Has there ever been a teacher that a class has loved this much? Even Kazuichi! Well, even Gundam too, but you know. Oh yeah. Wow. Only the homeroom teacher as well, which is crazy! It's crazy! Would have liked to seen a little bit how like Chiaki handled the class when she was gone, but it's fine. Yep. Very nice. God damn. Oh my god. You really can just do anything in Hope Speak, can't you? Wow.
クズリュウ君も初めは断ってたんだけど、あまりにナナミさんが頑張るから根負けしちゃったんだよね。うるせえ。
Stop being tsundere, bro. It's fine. We know it. You love your classmates. Eternal friendships in both hope and despair.
だから大げさだって。ところで西園寺さんは？
ピオコちゃんなら空気読まずにトイレっす。
Oh my god. Oh my god. Half a year. Is she not a lolly anymore? Oh my god. She's not a lolly.
西園寺さんのお姉さんですか？
Nope. 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 Fucking glow up is insane. Holy. Oh my god. So she's still a bitch. Our mentor has returned. The mentor of the Supreme Overlord. Oh my god, these two. Let's go. Are you two fucking yet? Legit question, by the way. There's no way that didn't happen in the 2 years you were in Hope's Peak. Yep. Honestly, it would have been a little more like... It would have been a little more touching if we actually had at least one episode where she wasn't around. Just one would have been fine. Oh god, seeing them both together. Seeing them together is crazy. What are you... What the hell? Ryota, what is this anime or whatever you're trying to do that's gonna fill them with hope? Are you hiring him to be you? Yes, is he like... Yeah, is he like paying him to go undercover as him? As an imposter? Have they ever met the real one? Because there's quite a appearance differentiation, shall we say. Oh my god, that's the kid. That's the ultimate spy from Zero, isn't it? That was a nice little cameo. I don't know, like, if he's from... He has to be from the older class, though. Because I think only 3 classes at a time enter Hope's Peak. I think it's a 3-year thing. That was an explosive entrance! Hello, Despair Goddess! Oh, Junko Enoshima, the super high school level fashionista diva. Or fashion diva, it doesn't matter. Oh my god, the devil has arrived. Are we going to see everyone in this episode? We're definitely going to see Junko. Those fashion clothes are beautiful! Ah! And Mukuro. Let's get some actual characterization from Mukuro. She's doing that! Oh, she wrote that down? Leaving evidence? This is great! Yo, are you at... What the fuck? What was that? Are you actually... I mean, honestly, you know, okay, I can't lie. This is literally the girl that turned the whole fucking world upside down. Corrupted every single person from every moral they've ever had that have met her outside of her class. I don't think getting her sister to be in love with her is honestly that far of a feat when it comes to Junko's manipulation, you know? So, you know what? Yeah. I can believe that Mukuro wanted to bang Junko because I can't imagine a single soul in this universe that wouldn't want to bang Junko. So, you know, it is what it is. But that was super funny, though. I'm actually so hyped to finally get Mukuro as, like, a big character with screen time. What the hell? What the hell? It's like Mikan and Hyoko if Mikan could stand up for herself. Dude, she's actually turned on. She's actually fucking turned on. And obviously Junko's gonna get despair from failing so much. Yep. Did you sign her up without even telling her? Wait, she didn't even know? What? Did she not know she had to go there? Or again, did like Junko just make that happen herself without even telling her? That is Junko, to be fair. I don't know where they're going with him though right now. An hour sleep a night, bro. We've all been there.
僕には腕力も人と仲良くなる力もない。そんな僕を救ってくれたのが
Bro,
アニメだった。
like unironically, like the really sad part about this is if he genuinely just went to school at Hope's Peak, he probably would have changed so quickly because like 77 is like the most get along fucking friendly class you ever see anywhere. Like he would have made friends in the first day. Genuinely, and he probably would have been at a much more beneficial mental state like than this. Like this is low-key tragic because he's neglecting what could be everything he's ever wanted just for the sake of Hope, and you know that speaks to the despair of this guy for sure. Bro came with a whole KFC bucket. Such a weeb.
だから次は僕のアニメがみんなを
Yeah.
Mitarai.
I'll definitely try and remember Mitarai.
僕のアニメでみんなを救いたいんだ。
You're a fool.
迷ってる場合ではないか。
Mikan. Oh my god, don't show Mikan already with Junko. Oh no.
来てもらうぞ。お前が必要なんだ。
You're gonna trust her with the secret? Whoa! Bridal style? No. You're being kidnapped for your skills, not your body. I understand the confusion though. That was so creepy though. Why am I seeing two Mitarais? Yeah.
ここまで見られておいて説明しないわけにもいかないか。
Why'd she look like excited there though?
入学してしばらくしてからのことだ。
Damn, she really
俺が
expects
自
to
分
be
の部屋
here.
にいると妙な物音が聞こえてきた。
Yeah, when he was Byakuya, when he was being Tagami. How did, like, bro, how did they just explain this away? Did he plan on going as Tagami, but like he changed at the last second, but like his memory of that was wiped out before the game started? Hi.
君は
俺に名前はない。戸籍も家族も何も持っていない。
Imposter.
唯一俺にあるのは詐欺師としての才能だけだ。俺はそれを使い誰かになり変わること
Bro
で
is just law damping everything onto him.
事情があってこの姿ではいられなくなってな。お前のことは調べさせてもらった。
僕のことを。
お前はアニメを作る以外の全てを疎ましく思っている。できるならずっとアニメを作り続けていたいと。
そうだよ。僕はもっとアニメを作りたいんだ。
Bro is like the most devoted to his talent.
御手洗亮太という存在、俺に任せてみないか。
引きこもってアニメを作り
It was
続
a
けた
perfect
いみたい。
exchange. Yeah, I
自
am.
分が成り変わる姿を
So I'm assuming then, yeah, this memory was taken
俺
from
たちの
him.
利害は一致した。
So he remained as Byakuya Tagami in the game.
そういうことだ、スミキ。どうした？
全部話したということは生かして返す気はないってことですよね。
No.
バカなこと。
You've watched too many shows.
つまりこういうことでしょうか。でも
You've definitely watched too much hentai as well. Like, I'm not saying no, but there's a fucking patient in the room. Like, really? What, you think you're gonna jump on the bed? This poor girl. And she hasn't even met Junko. Oh man. For real. Set an example. I can't believe she was actually about to do that right then and there. Yep, there's the... Oh my god, this music. So right, you're gonna see when he first entered the school this time? Oh my god. The ultimate hope and the ultimate despair. Imagine having them both in class, like that's crazy. Basically. Wow. The fact you pointed it out is what's annoying. That's really cool though. The foundations of Monokuma just came in. Oh shit. Are we gonna show that? Like, well, how much of that are they willing to show on screen, honestly? Because that's quite gory. And he never saw her again. Jesus. As in, you won't know who you are. So they lied to him and like acted like he remembered himself, but he just didn't, and that was never the plan to begin with. Damn. Bro was so like, yeah. Like unironically, he was. They'd been a year at that point, beginning of the end. Bro, what like, we have 7 episodes. What do you mean, beginning of the end? Yeah. But definitely, like, you know, you obviously you can read into it, but like the fact it's been a year at this point, he probably was in love with Chiaki at that point, and that's the main reason he wanted to get this done, because he wanted to be proud of he wanted to feel worthy of being with her, at least being associated with her, because that's, you know, if that's literally all we can think about is a girl as he's doing this, you know, it's a little beyond the normal friendship. Like I said, we are really boosting the spare arc right now though, because holy shit, I am just getting everything I wanted from a Danganronpa anime, which was the origins and the free time of everyone just chilling and hanging out and being the best things ever as a class. It's just a shame because there's such little time to do anything with it right now, you know? Just give me a whole, like, 24 episodes of just seeing everyone do their shit in Hope's Peak. I would pay good money for that. Because now we got, you know, we got the other class to think about. We got class 78 to think about. Alright. No after credit scene. That's a first. Oh. Alright, guys, and that was episode 5. I am literally all over the place when it comes to numbers in this series. Episode 5 of the Despair arc of Danganronpa 3. We are finally at the point where some more familiar faces are coming in. Seeing Junko and Ashima like fully animated with her personality quirks is actually immaculate. Oh my god, this is gonna be a treat. This is what I'm excited for to see in Danganronpa. Holy shit. this is peak. And, you know, I imagine for a lot of people as well, this is obviously great for Mukuro as well, because we've obviously had stuff relating to Mukuro's character in the past installments. You know, like modern appearance wise, she obviously died way too soon in Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc and never got a chance to even be a character. Danganronpa Zero, she was in there, she was actually great in there, but again, a lot of it was mostly exploring her Junkification persona, and like the big thing she did was fucking kill all of the Murderai twins, which were the ultimate bodyguard, and that hasn't happened yet. I'm really curious if we'll get anything animated in this story when it comes to Danganronpa Zero. We literally had a reference to Danganronpa Zero in this anime, which was the kid, the spy kid. I forgot his name, but it's the ultimate spy. I imagine that flew past a lot of people's heads, but that was really cool. And just in general, this is really exciting. When it comes to the class in general, I don't think we'll get anyone beyond Mukuro, Junko, and Kyoko. I think we might get a little bit with Kyoko in the Despair arc, because she is related to Jim. And because, you know, those are some conversations I think would be really cool to have, because it relates a lot to her character in Trigger Happy Havoc. But the others, I suspect we'll probably get just cameos here and there. We've already had the cameos of Sayaka, Celeste, and Taka. So we've had them on screen, and I imagine we'll get that with pretty much all of them. Maybe not any voice lines or anything, but, you know, Sakura, Mondo, you know, Chihiro, Ifumi, all of them. We'll probably get stuff like them walking past the class, you know, walking out of school, something like that. You might have to look out for a few of them, but I suspect they will at least show the entire class on screen. But the fact we've already seen them before we enter Junko and Mukuro in this episode probably means we're not going to see them. You know, I would love to. I would definitely love to see my sweet, sweet Celeste again. But it's been a long time since those days, and I have kind of just accepted it now, as much as you don't want to. But yeah, this was still really cool though. So the imposter situation came out, which was really cool. Gave us an explanation on why he isn't Fat Gami anymore, which is really cool, because obviously Byakuya has literally come into the school, so he can't play that persona, which was funny. And then a reason for actually being Mitarai in this story, which is just to let him push himself and push his hope in anime and animation, which is really cool to see. Yeah, it's really crazy to think now we're at a point to where just as Junko and the whole Class 78 arrives, that's pretty much when construction, it seems, of Izuru Kamakura was near completed, which is crazy. To go into that, it is the really interesting thing I think about Hope's Peak Academy in this story, is that it has such a reputation in Japan and such an elitist mindset that I really like the way it does influence characters like Nagito and Hajime, where it pretty much just renders anyone that isn't like the best at something to be pretty much irrelevant and talentless in a way. You know, like if you're pretty much the second best gamer or the second best photographer in the country, no one's going to bat an eye at you. And so it reaches that elite class where literally 99.99999% of the population are deemed as just NPCs in Japan, that it creates very complex and very depressing insecurities and inferiority complexes in a lot of people. And I do like how from Nagito and Hajime's perspectives, you really get to see the different kinds of beliefs that kind of are morphed into people with how tight Hope's Peak is around Japan. Obviously, you know, Nagito has this thing about being, you know, that all talent is born into someone, and that once you're born, if you don't have talent right away, you pretty much are just an NPC for the rest of your life. And even though he has talent, he doesn't really deem it as something exceptional, because it's not something he can consciously control or apply himself with. It's not something he can just turn on and off or really use productively, and that's why the ultimate luck is a talent that he sees as really shitty. And we obviously see that, like, even though he loves being around the ultimates, he doesn't see himself as worthy of being around them, and you see the kind of complexes he develops from that. With Hajime, obviously, it's like a dream. It's a shining dream he has to be in Hope's Peak Academy that he just can't reach. His, you know, the influence that he's seen from Nezumi, you know, as being related to an ultimate, how depressing that was for her, to the point to where now he's in a mindset of, he is so below everyone else in the school that he doesn't even see himself as being worthy of association with anyone. He can't be friends with anyone who has a talent because he's just so far below them in the food chain that it doesn't matter. And so I really like how we have been portraying like the insecurities and, just the fucking like it's an existential crisis that a person like Hajime gets, and which probably does apply for a lot of the people that we see, in the reserve course, or just Hajime's the one we follow, that such extremes like this are genuinely what some people are willing to do to actually just be seen by people, to be considered like the protagonist of their own story. Like, that's the thing, he can't even consider himself to be the main person in his own life anymore, because he doesn't even see himself as being worth writing about. So you really just see like how far he's willing to go just to reach that. And I do think there is extra influence in Chiaki, because he's gotten personally involved, and he's seen the kind of person that Chiaki is as an ultimate, that it's influencing him more and more to really want to stand on her level, And obviously, like I said, there probably is more than that. If it has been a year since or I guess it's been half a year. Around half a year they've been friends at this point. But, at this point he is probably developing more feelings for Chiaki, and that's where extra of his desperation is coming from to really be part of her group, So, like I said, something I'm really curious if they'll go over is that considering the timing of this obviously we know from Zero and DR2 that Izuru Kamakura as a person was just completely written off, and was, a massive Hope's Peak conspiracy secret within the academy. But the fact that we have Class 78 coming in right around the time that Izuru is being like completed, it does make me wonder if they actually intended him on being just a student in the school. Because obviously creating the ultimate Hope, you would want him to be a symbol for the world. But I'm really curious if, like, through Junko's influence, Nagito's influence, if he has made contact with Junko by this point, and like she's just told him to avoid Hope speaking entirely and work with me, I'm curious if like they intended on Izuru being in the 78th class, and just through whatever silliness that's happened, it hasn't happened, and they went from trying to bring this guy into the academy to basically just completely just hiding his existence from everyone. So I'm curious more we'll get into the lore as we see Izuru interact in the story at this point. We see Jim, we see all the, the council and just, the headmasters and the principals of Hope's Peak. See how they react to him. I'm curious just when the point to just keep him isolated is going to come from, So I'm really curious to see that. But yeah, like I said, this was great stuff. Obviously, we got the nice moment of Chisa being welcomed back. Didn't really hit too much because we literally didn't even get an episode where she was gone. But it's still really cool to see, because you really, again, if there's one thing that Danganronpa Despair is really trying to push, it's that how close this class was with everyone, and how tragic it is that that bond is going to slip, that bond is going to break, But we're going to see it as we go along. So yeah, guys, we have to do one more episode in this set. Episode 6 of Future. And we'll see where we go from there. Alright, guys. Episode 6, I think. 6 of Future. I just need to wait for us to resync the, the episode numbers, and then we'll be good. But that ain't for a while. So, let's go. Love the blood red sky. Hero fighting so hard to be relevant, like genuinely, bro, we're at the halfway point of the story. You might want to do something. Wait. It hurts me to know that we've seen Hero more than Toko or Byakuya, or even Kamaru, honestly. A lot of the people you saw are already dead. Yeah, and you saw a lot of people that are already long gone, bro, so I'm sorry, but, that is long gone from being accurate. What a silly opening, honestly. Actually tragic we lost Seiko this soon. Yep, dead. Alive. Dead. Well, kinda dead? Don't even know what to count that. Yep. Mitari actually alive, which is really cool. Yep. I don't give a shit. You just keep this girl alive. That's all that matters, honestly. Oh my god, that whole roster there is just gone already. And yeah, for some reason it does have Hero drowning in the intro as well. Which, you know, doesn't make any sense. 10 people now, huh? Alrighty. No man is an island. Now of a much more edgy design. A black eye and just a covered one. Honestly, his crash out is very reasonable. I can't blame him, honestly. Chisa was, you know, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. And then she came right back.
物好きな連中だ。お前たちならいくらでも進路はあるだろうに。世界も取ったし。
Oh wow.
お前といた方が楽しそうだ。
Oh man, Akane would have loved to fight you. Okay.
悪いな。組織としての希望が峰学園は今きな臭い噂が少なくない。だが学園の築き上げたノウハウ自体には大きな需要がある。俺は学園を海外に展開し、そこから権力を掌握する。坂倉。
It would be really interesting to actually see like how other countries see the elitist mindset of Hope's Peak, because we haven't really explored that. We've seen this Junko spread despair, but we never really saw what they actually thought of Hope's Peak as a foundation, the principle of the school, really. I guess we'll see in this just how successful Kyosuke actually was at opening branches.
計画だ。俺たちの計画だ。
Bro was working to be the ultimate hope in his own way. Wow. She really was. Just... she was the knot that binded y'all together to be friends. And now she's gone. Okay. Why? The body's gone, bro. It... Damn. So that was his final farewell to her, huh? Another pure innocent gone far too soon in this world of despair. What the fuck? This really needs to stop happening right next to me. Wait, what? 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 Wait, what? The fuck? Okay, yeah, now this is obviously a dream. Yeah. I mean, just look at him, for crying out loud. They kind of revealed that a little too soon.
綺麗事で人は救えん。
綺麗事なんかじゃ
戦わず犠牲も出さずに終えられると本気で思って
For
い
a
た
while, yeah, he did.
なんでキリギリさんが
これはゲームでもなければルールもない。
It's a very different kind of game. Violence is encouraged. Yeah, it sucks.
それが現実。
That is a great shot. Holy crap. Yeah. Bro is dreaming about his waifu dying. That's the state we're in.
大丈夫？あ、うん。よかった。すっごくうなされてたから心配したよ。心配したでちゅ。
Oh god, be quiet, Monami. You are not Monami.
さすが超高校級の幸運だよね。
You're not even Usami.
あ、どうしたの？
僕らは無事だったけど、今のタイムリミットでまた誰かが襲撃者に。
There she is. All good.
これで3回目のタイムリミット。
Cool. You'll survive just fine. Oh man, he's making me yawn.
無事だったみたいだね。
そうみたいですね。
Not the great Guzu. His face never to be seen.
ゴズさんよ。襲撃者による2人目の犠牲者。
そうか。
で、これからどうする？生きていたお祝いに飲む？
Wow, really?
3人目の犠牲者が出たはずよ。それを探しに行くわ。
A girl who is always on her feet and, you know, thinking with her mind has no need of alcohol.
真相はわかりそう？まあ、まだ難しいよね。もっと死体が出ないと無理か。
Kind of freaky, but yeah.
探偵がいるから事件が起きる。探偵の存在こそが事件を引き起こしているんだって話を何かで言うんだっけ。
何が言いたいの？
ただの軽口だよ。あ、でも友達
I really do vibe with Kyoko's new design now. I know I said that a bunch, but it is way better than the DR2 one.
別に大した話じゃないんだ。元教師として言うけど、君はあまり物事を論理的に考えすぎないで、もっと自分の感情を出してもいいと思うよ。
Interesting. Imagine Kyoko without a stone face.
そういう感じ。
いつまで一緒にいるつもり？
あ、いや、たまたま一緒の方向に歩いてるだけだよ。
そう。じゃあ私は。
Well, there's a wall there now. Ah! Get fucked! Oh shit! Oh no! The blacksmith. Wait, so they both died in one night? Wait. So Seiko and this guy died together? What the hell? He found the secret entrance as well. No, it's not. Well, it is, but it's one of many. Alright, you need to show Ruruka now.
ちょっとこっちにも来てくんない？
それどころじゃないですよ。
They're probably near the secret entrance then.
それどころじゃないんだよね。
2 victims.
こっちの死体も胸を一突きだ。
That's crazy. Yeah, you need to show the third girl now, because that's the obvious question.
一人殺されるのは一人のはずなのに。こんなのおかしいよ。
It could mean someone else killed before she was.
若いね。悪いのは襲撃者。この中にいる絶望の残党だよ。
I like this guy's personality and design.
キリキリちゃん、それって誰だと思う？
So she is still alive. And now there's no one for you to feed sweeties to. Oh dear. You're giving Monica a lot of power right now, Naegi.
Stop.
That's Tengen gone. Yeah. I'm assuming you liked him. Alright, well, as sad as that is, I know you probably want to keep looking for Kyoko right now. And what are you doing, Miss Monica? Just Monica. Monica Toa. God damn, melon ice cream, what is that, waffles? And just sweeties. Oh, and a Monokuma made. You've got quite an appetite. She really does look good with the Junkification design, I really like that. Just imagine how much more threatening she would have been had Nagito actually gotten to her for a while. Okay, what are you cooking? Wow. What the hell? What? Bro, that's insane! That camera quality too. Girl, you are an ultimate, aren't you? You are ultimate hope, are you not? It's your responsibility, man. You're the MC. If Junko could shake the world, why can't you? Yeah, but he didn't with Athena either. So insane to see how he's literally talking to a villain and doesn't even know it. Oh my god. I don't know what the end game with Monica is in this. What is she gonna do? Knock everyone out would be kind of funny. Well, that's a bloody lie. Yeah, we don't have to worry about school property or damage at this point. We can just break the fucking door down. There are no guns on the walls or anything to prevent you from doing this.
あの殺し合いのせいでそういうのは無理だって思い込んでたよ。
Fair. That trauma's still there.
希望の戦士だね。
Oh my god, you really used that phrase?
誰とかと思った。
Seriously, you really used that phrase of all things? You weren't even in Ultra Despair, girls. For a minute, I thought she figured me out. And what were you gonna do if she did that, huh? Miss Monica? What? Again, what is your end game? What is it?
よいちゃんが死んじゃって。
Oh well, get fucked.
一人でどうしたらいいのかわかんなくて。あなたたちは襲撃者じゃないよね。ルルカを殺したりしないよね。
もちろん。
ねえ、一緒に連れてってくれない？ルルカ一人じゃ何もできなくて。
Sure, why not? Kyoko's just gathering everyone together.
放っておくわけには。
Unironically.
仕方ないわね。ねえ。
はい。
この部屋そろそろ出ない？ルルカね、彼を見るのが辛いの。
そうですよね。気がつきませんでした。
ダメよ。まだここでやらなければならないことがあるわ。イザヨイさんの仇を討つためよ。協力して。
Become an Avenger, girl. Your man was killed. Does not spark any rage within you at all.
ケーブルと直ならいけそうです。そーら、いい子ですよ、ベイビー。ママの言うことを聞くですよ。
Idiot.
やったー、つながったです。
本当に？
話しかけてみてください。
聞こえますか？応答してください。こちら。
聞こえている。
戸上くん。
About time!
相変わらず新規臭い顔だな。
Good to see you, Mr. Byakuya.
サモン会議ではなかった
I
の
was
か？
I was starting to get a little worried there, to be honest. It's been a while.
そっちの状況を説明しろ。
This man is really having tea overhearing about a killing game.
知らないの？モノクマは全世界に中継するって言ってたけど。
そんな放送はされていない。
Oh, you got baited.
だいたい今の絶望の残党にそんな力を持つ。
Yeah, that was solely like Junko work.
いや、
But Monica,
もしかすると。
you put together Monica
内
Toa.
定に送った部下から報告があったんだ。未来機関の治安維持部隊があの島に向かっているとな。しかも未来機関の各支部には内密にだ。
あの島ってまさか。
ああ、ジャバウォック島だ。
Oh.
でも。
Oh, we're really getting them in future as well.
治安維持部隊は副会長の。
Well, I guess that does make sense because it is the modern era, but still.
京介は会議に関係なく、あいつらを絶望の残党として処理するつもりだったということだ。
Jesus Christ.
あの島にいるみんなが危ない。
お前らに仕掛けられた殺し合いとジャバウォック島の強襲、何かつながりがあるのかもしれん。あの島には部下を派遣してある。俺もすぐにそっちへ向かおう。
Nice. Oh dear, we're actually on the clock then to save the remnants again. Damn right you should.
これで久しぶりに78期生が揃うね。
Seriously.
あ、
Yeah. Literally doesn't matter. I don't understand at all why he even survived in the game, honestly. He contributes nothing. Should have saved Celeste instead, damn it.
ゴキブリ並みのしぶとさと悪運。
Wow.
敵に回したくないやつだよ、お前は。切るぞ。
Wow. Oh, Mr. Byakuya.
戸上もしかして励ましてくれた？
In his own way.
そうなのかな。
He is still a Tagami after all.
聞いた通り、未来機関の危機だ。残っている人間をすぐかき集めろ。
Damn, he really got them resources.
なぜ伝えなかったのですか？
月光ヶ原宮屋の件か。
You know?
はい。今の通信を接続したのは月光ヶ原支部長とのことですが。
She was killed. Holy shit. My god. Where? Where did that happen? And when?
あいつらといる方が偽物だ。だが、苗木たちのそばで正体をばらしてみろ。何をするかわからん。
Yeah, they're right on Monika's tail.
大元を叩くのがいい。
We're literally gonna have Byakuya take his revenge for what happened in Ultra Despair Girls. You dare spend an entire game where Byakuya Tagami is a mere hostage to be saved by fucking Toko Fukawa of all people? He's still not over that. Ah! Yes, let's go with the theme! The theme! The theme! Oh no! Oh, finally! Wait, what? We're just trying to bathe her. Why are we playing the main theme for this? Oh my god, and the fan service from that game has not stopped. Kamaru's still wearing the same panties. I've literally never seen blue stripe panties ever sold anywhere. That's gotta be a thing in Japan only. They're really playing the theme. This is sick! This is sick! In a good way. Oh no, I feel like they might have played it at the end of the anime, but like, it's just so weird to play it at the halfway point. We might hear it again, to be fair. And bringing them in, oh no, oh no, oh no, the stun gun and the whatever the gun was called. Alright. Plows forward, huh? We're about to get war on Jabberwock Island. Holy crap! Holy crap! Oh my god. Huh. Oh my god. Oh my god, wait. That's a great... Oh my god, that's a great question, actually. Like... Yeah, because this is where, like, things get a bit weird for, like, the end of Danganronpa 2, is that, like, at what point are the cast's memories synced? Because I think, obviously, the way they did it was that, like, they had hope that they would be okay at the end of the game, but if I'm not mistaken, they actually ended it, where they did erase their memories of the Neo World program, I think, because there was only certain ways they could actually get out, and like they were just like forced to shut down the system, which I think might have been unknown what would happen to them at the end of that. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting because yeah, like Hajime looks exactly like himself, but he still has his memories of Izuru Kamakura. So what is it like? Is it like a fusion now of Izuru and Hajime? It sounded at the end there like it wasn't. It sounded like Izuru was the dominant personality, but it seems unknown. I don't know why he looks exactly like Hajime when, like, physically speaking, he had a much different appearance when he became Izuru, but that is really interesting. Alright, so we're really pushing a lot of sides to this right now. We've got, obviously, the killing game, which has been kind of weirdly paced. We've had some episodes that haven't been that much to do. Obviously, now we've got pretty much all of our current assets. People we were kind of expecting to go into this anime are finally making their appearances now, which is great. But again, for 6 episodes left, there is a lot of moving pieces and a lot of different POVs to actually follow that I'm very curious just how the pacing's going to go about this. We haven't lost anyone from Trigger Happy Havoc yet, so as Hina said, like, the OP is very fitting there because we are literally assembling not only just the 78th class, but literally every one of our assets that we've gained throughout the Danganronpa franchise to really set goals now, because obviously you can't do everything in Future Foundation's tower right now. So we've actually got Byakuya, who's aware of what's going on with Monica Toa, the only person ever left alive that is still capable of actually killing or achieving the feats of what Junko and Ashima could pull off, and he's fully aware that she's involved in this in some way, which of course brings in the main MCs of our previous game, Kamaru Naegi and Toko Fukawa, still living out their days, still just being best friends slash possible lovers. You know, I know the fandom likes to say that, but, you know, for someone as horny as Toko, I think she'd be willing to compromise every now and then. That's really funny to see. Their weapons are back, the stun gun and the, like, phone wave thing, whatever the fuck that's called. I forgot what the what the stun gun thing is. And obviously, the remnants of despair. All of them. It's still unknown to us right now if any beyond the surviving 5 are actually, like, alive at this point, if they are able to actually free them in any way. But I presume we're going to get to that pretty soon now. And yeah, this is going to be, like I said, very interesting how we're going to pace this, because not only do we have a lot of moving pieces just from, like, the Future Foundation side of things, we also now, in conjunction to the despair side of the story, are bringing in the remnants at present day. So we're going to be seeing Izuru, Hajime, you know, like Sonya, Kazuichi, all of them in conjunction with their past selves. So I'm really curious to see how they're going to do this, right? Because, to be fair, they are ultimates. Izuru is the ultimate, but, like, I'm really curious how we're going to do this, because Tagami's going to their rescue, so we're going to have, like, outright war on Jabberwock Island, in conjunction with the war that's going on literally in Toa City, on top of the Future Foundation. So there is a lot of pieces here to actually move across, on top of just finding out who the fuck's causing this killing game to begin with. So very interesting. I'm really curious to see where this is all going to go at this point. We do have we still have some characters that we know are alive that we haven't actually seen yet. Which is just, I think it's just Kotoko, who did survive in Ultra Despair Girls, as well as Haiji. I have no idea if Haiji's gonna come back, because he straight up just had, like, he literally just drowned in despair, but wasn't officially killed off at the end of Ultra Despair Girls, so I don't know what's gonna go on with him. But we do still technically have Kotoko, which, unconfirmed what side she's actually on. She just turned against Monica at the end of Ultra Despair Girls, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she's on our side. But I mean, the fact that, like, you know, Kamaru and, you know, Toko are still fine on Toa Tower probably means that she's okay too. You know, probably means they're just agreeing to leave each other alone. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm curious if we will get anything of them in this as well. But like I said, like, we already have so many people to keep up with anyway that I don't know. And it seems like now, you know, like, the killing game is admittedly moving forward now a bit quicker, because we do have more people to actually show off. We lost both, you know, Seiko, who we already knew died at the end of the last episode, but we also did have the ultimate blacksmith guy. What was his name? Where is this guy? Oh, Sonosuke, of course. So yeah, ironically, he actually found, like, the hidden entrance to the school, which is interesting. So I guess the killer might have tabs on who actually is where. You know, the cameras obviously considered him, like, a high priority and just killed him. But that doesn't explain, like, what's going on with Seiko and why she killed. You know, potentially she was just she might have just genuinely been seen as a threat in her drugged form, so that might be it. But I have no idea. But yeah. Right now, Kyoko is just gathering a lot of the assets of the Future Foundation at this point, and, you know, still trying to figure out the mystery of the consistencies of the killings, whereas, ironically, yeah, Makoto has just kind of come up with the plan of, like, you know, fuck the rules, we don't have the same rules as our own killing game, you know, there is no, like, property damage, there's no violent rules anymore, the only rule is pretty much survive, and obviously don't counter your forbidden actions. So yeah, just literally just do that one scene in Hunter x Hunter where they just broke the fucking door down to break past one of the rules. Literally just do that right now. Just barrel the door down with anything that you can, and then we're free, you know, and then the killings stop, and we'll see what comes of that. But I imagine right now, although he wasn't very relevant in this episode, this is where we're really gonna get, like, the rage and the desperation from Kyosuke really hammer up at this point, because we did have, like, him basically severing his connection to Chisa entirely, saying his final goodbyes to her, which probably entails him just kind of not following any of the codes or lessons that he learnt with her anymore. He's pretty much just set himself free, in a way. He set himself free to really go to his extremist levels of what he considers to be preserving hope, and we're gonna see what comes of that. So that was like our pseudo like funeral moment of Chisa, which is really upsetting, but also again just such a weird feeling to have when you know that we have a lot of time left with Chisa in the Despair arc. So I don't know what we're gonna feel of that, but yeah, either way though, guys, we are still moving forward, which is great. Again, I don't know what Monika's end goal in this is, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. We continue on with more of the Danganronpa 3 anime. See you then.